I was still wearing black when she said it. Her son's face was smeared with blue frosting, her guests clinking glasses, laughing. Then she tapped a spoon against her champagne flute, smiled at me like we were about to share a private joke, and announced, loud enough for the whole room to hear, "My son is your husband's child. So, as inheritance, I'll take half of your $800,000 house." She even held up a copy of his will like a magician revealing the final card. I remember pressing my nails into my palm, not to hold back tears, those had dried days ago, but to hold back the laughter clawing at my throat, because she had no idea what I already knew. I met my husband, Daniel, when I was 23. He was charming in a quiet way. Polished shoes, warm eyes, the kind of man who seemed to listen to every word you said. My sister, Clara, adored him. She said we were perfect together, and I believed her. Why wouldn't I? She was my confidant, my other half. For 12 years, I thought I had both a good husband and a loyal sister. That was my first mistake, assuming those two could coexist. The first crack appeared last summer. Daniel started staying late at work more often. At first, I didn't question it. Then I saw the way he glanced at his phone during dinner, screen tilted away. The way Clara avoided my eyes when she came over. One afternoon, I found his cufflinks on the floor of Clara's guest room. She claimed she'd borrowed them for a costume party and forgot to return them. I smiled, told her it was fine, and in that moment, something inside me turned cold. I didn't confront her, I didn't confront him. I started listening, watching, collecting. It was easier than I expected. Daniel had a hidden email account. Clara's name in the subject lines, hotel receipts in the trash folder. I printed everything, dated everything. I didn't rage, I didn't cry. I built a case. 3 weeks before his accident on the highway, I met with our lawyer, Daniel's lawyer. I told him Daniel and I had decided to update our will. I insisted the house be placed fully in my name, no co-ownership, no division upon death. Daniel signed without reading. He always trusted me with the paperwork. The will Clara waved around today was outdated by 6 months. Daniel died instantly, the police said. I nodded, thanked them, made the proper arrangements. Clara hugged me at the funeral, whispered, "I'm here for you." I wondered if she could feel the steady beat of my heart against hers, unbroken, almost eager. When she invited me to her son's first birthday party, I went, dressed in black. I wanted to see her face when the trap closed. So here we were, her grand announcement still hanging in the air, guests frozen mid-bite. I stepped forward, my voice low but clear enough for everyone to hear. "Oh, I see," I said. "That's surprising." She smirked, thinking I was cornered. "I'll contact the lawyer on Monday," she added, patting my arm. "That won't be necessary," I said, reaching into my purse. I pulled out a single sheet of paper, the real will, current, notarized, airtight. "This," I said, "is the only legal document in effect." Her smirk faltered. I laid it on the cake table, the edge cutting through crumbs and icing. Daniel left everything to me. Everything. The house, the accounts, even the car you like to borrow. She reached for it, but I put my hand over the page. "Careful, you smudge this, you'll have to pay for another copy. And from what I hear, raising a child alone isn't cheap." A sharp inhale from someone in the crowd. She opened her mouth, but I kept going. "Oh, and one more thing," I said, my voice now almost gentle. "I'd be very careful about making public statements about your son's paternity, especially ones that suggest my husband fathered him. You see, there are laws against defaming the dead, and I have all of your messages to prove exactly what you were doing when he was alive." Her face drained. I leaned in just enough for only her to hear. "If you push me, Clara, I'll see you in court for alienation of affection, and I will take everything you have left, including him." The guests avoided her eyes after that. The party limped on for another 20 minutes before people began leaving in clusters. Clara didn't say goodbye. I drove home in silence. My black dress was wrinkle-free, my lipstick still sharp. I poured myself a glass of wine and sat at the kitchen table, the same one Daniel and I used to share meals at. I expected to feel sadness or rage. Instead, I felt clean. Revenge isn't loud. It's not shouting across a room or throwing plates. It's silent paperwork. It's letting someone think they've won, right until they step into the noose you've been tying behind their back. Clara will keep the will I gave her, outdated, useless. She'll read it over and over, wondering how she miscalculated. She'll hear my voice when she tries to sleep, soft and calm, reminding her that she could lose her child if she crosses me again. People think betrayal is the worst part. They're wrong. The worst part is realizing how easy it is for someone you love to believe you're blind. The best part is proving you never were. Daniel is gone. Clara is silent. The house is mine. And every time I walk through it, I can almost hear him asking, playfully, what I'm thinking. I'd smile, pour another glass, and tell him the truth. I was thinking about the day your mistress tried to take half my house and walked away with nothing.